Hey, hi, hello, welcome back to my channel, and hey, what's up if you are new here? Hey vlog, I'm back with another video. I wanted to film today to take you on my little adventure, share in this experience. So I failed my 1 hour glucose test. This did not happen with my first pregnancy. And there have been some other things I'm dealing with this time that I did not experience my first time around, so I'm definitely learning some things, but this just poses a whole new experience for me and what I will be undergoing today. So because I failed my 1 hour, I now today am doing a 3 hour fasted glucose test. Arrive, I'll have my blood drawn, and every hour I will have my blood drawn. And I need to have fasted for 8 hours or 8 to 12 hours. I think they just said 8, but I mean, we had our dinner last night, and then after that, I had a little treat, but then I haven't eaten or consumed anything. So that means this morning I haven't had my coffee. I won't be making my breakfast shake, and it'll just be very interesting. Luckily, I was able to do a morning lab, but not like super early. Like I still have to wait to go in, but it's just something I have to get done. So we're going to do it. We're getting it out of the way. I'm interested to see how I'll be feeling in a few hours. Right now, I feel fine. It's still early enough, and I'm just drinking water, but I already feel hungry. So there's that. So I figured I could just take you guys along with me. You can be my little companion today because I'm not sure how it's going to go. Hopefully all will be well. And I'm just praying that I pass, and we can just call this good. I'm just hanging out a few more minutes, and then I'm going to do my normal, brush my teeth, change, and then I'll bring my daughter to daycare, and then I'm going to grab gas and then head to the clinic, and then I'll have a few things to do after that before heading home. I've talked to a few people. I actually know a handful of people who have done this 3 hour test, so it's not like I'm this rare case, but they're like, make sure you have a snack because they'll let you eat it like right after they do the last draw or whatever, but I'll have one with me. And then my plan, I think I'm gonna go get lunch somewhere out, but we'll see. Again, we'll see how I'm feeling. I don't know. I'm for sure bringing a book, a journal. I'll probably just have my planner and notebook with me. And then, I have my phone and my headphones if I want to just listen to something. I'll check back in maybe when I'm off the couch. And, come along if you want to see how this day unfolds. All right, here's what we're wearing today. Nothing maternity. I'm just wearing stretchy yoga pants that I already have. Yeah, I feel like these days I'm just pulling stuff that's not maternity, that's stretchy, that I can like fit myself into. So the bump is bumping. We are in the 3rd trimester, so we're really showing. I thought this longer cardigan would just be quite comfortable. And if they're drawing my blood, I have my arms accessible. So I'm now gonna just pack a few snacks for afterwards, and then make sure I have my water, and then we're gonna be on the road. So see you in a bit. Hey there, ho there, how do you do? I made it to my clinic. I'm gonna sit out here just a little bit longer before I head in. I want to make sure that I check in on time, but I don't want to go in too early where I have to wait longer inside, if that makes sense. It's so interesting just I can see like all the nurses just coming in for their morning shift. I feel like every nurse I've had has been amazing. Like I can't name one that I've had a bad experience with, honestly. Do I sound congested? Oh, well, that's probably because I am. I think I have some like rhinitis going on with this pregnancy, I'm pretty sure. Because I feel fine everywhere else. It's just like constant, just like ugh. Okay, so back to my like glucose test. The point of doing this video. So it's almost 8 o'clock. I just wanted to check in with how I'm feeling. So I wake up at 5 a.m. and then I usually have coffee by like 5:15, give or take a few minutes. and I sip on that for probably 15 minutes. And then usually by like 7 or no, usually by like 6:45, I'm having my morning, whether it's breakfast, smoothie, oatmeal, whatever it is. I'm usually having it by like 6:45. As far as how I'm feeling, without any of that, I feel mostly fine. I think as it gets later, I might start to feel a little more, I'm feeling good. And I'm here and I'll be able to eat before I leave. So it's like not going to be a big deal. But yeah, for the most part, I feel fine. My guess is I'm probably going to get a headache because I haven't had caffeine. It's been a long time since I've gone without having any coffee. Okay, I'm going to try not to think about it, but I kind of just got a first little wave of like a headache. I'm not going to think about it too much though, because then I'm just going to start to feel like no bueno. We did it! We survived. What a process. It wasn't too terrible. I just kind of broke it up. The first part, I watched a YouTube video. The second hour, what did I do? I journaled and then read one of my just like pregnancy prep booklets. And then the third hour, I read from one of my favorite books, Uninvited. I've read this one before, but I like to read it over and over again. There's just so many good reminders in it. But now for a snack. Got a Cliff Bar. I'm gonna eat this before I drive. And I feel fine. Like it's 11:30, 11:40. So I haven't eaten or had my caffeine like normal. I was worried I was gonna get this huge headache or something, but no, I feel fine. I think it helps that I was hydrated. Not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Now to wait for the results. Probably won't get those until tomorrow, but I'm just praying that everything turns out okay. No matter the results, God is still good. There will be a plan, and we will follow that. So I don't want to just show me eating here. I'm going to have the snack. I have an errand to run, and then I'm going to decide if I want to pick up lunch or just eat at home. I don't know yet. And then I am just going to take it easy for the rest of the day. It's kind of what I had in mind. Okay, onward and upward. Maybe later I'll check in with some more like pregnancy updates or pregnancy things and make this video just kind of focused on like a pregnancy update. I think I've talked a little bit about it in other vlogs or videos, but I don't think I've like explicitly sat down just to talk about the pregnancy. All right, I'll check in later. Yummy, yum, yum. I got a really good turkey bacon panini and fries. It was so much more food than I was expecting to eat. Probably should have just got the sandwich or maybe pick something different, but I'm taking half of it to go because I could not eat all of it, and probably because I have been fasting. I just wasn't that hungry, but it just sounded so good, so I went for it. No regrets. All right, I'm gonna be on my way home now. When I get home, I would just like to give you a few updates on my pregnancy. I'm in the 3rd trimester now, so I just wanted to give a little rundown of how like 2nd trimester went for me and anything that I found to be helpful. This is my 2nd pregnancy. I know every pregnancy is different. I haven't dealt with a ton of symptoms that I know a lot of people have had to deal with, but I think it's worth sharing some things that have been helpful to me and that I've felt comfortable doing and using and all of that. I'll do that when I get home, and then afterward I'll see if I'm up for filming my separate video. Let's get out of here. It's 53 degrees. It feels wonderful, and I'm just so grateful that it's finally starting to warm up here. All right, I want to make sure I do what I said I was going to do. I wanted to just share a few things that have been helpful for me for this pregnancy. I have a few like products that I'm going to show you. Not too many, but then anything else that comes to mind, like any like tips, not really like tricks, but just things I've done that have helped me, I guess, feel good or feel the best that I can during this pregnancy. So let me show you the things that have just been consistent, not these like extravagant or mind-blowing things. Pretty simple things that have just been easy to implement and that have worked for me. When it comes to any kind of like discomfort or anything, as you probably know this, but I just want to say it again, like please consult your doctor or whoever you are working with. They are going to be a great resource for you. Anything I share, I would definitely check with your doctor too. They have great ideas. Something that really helped me toward the beginning of my pregnancy and that I continue to consume is a lemon ginger herbal tea. So this one has probiotics and it supports healthy digestion. Something I've dealt with in I think both my pregnancies. My digestion just kind of got out of whack, especially at the beginning. So just having a cup of this at night after dinner, not too close to bedtime, but kind of that in-between time. And it was also just a nice ritual, just helped me wind down and relax. And it was like a warm, comforting drink that I could look forward to having at night. Sometimes I would add a little bit of honey, but most of the time not. But I just found this to be really helpful and comforting. And again, I'm not needing it so much anymore, but I do reach for this if I just want something that's kind of sweet to end my night with. It's been really nice and delicious. All right, something else. I don't know about you ladies, but I have to sleep and lounge. I have to have a bra. I have to have a comfortable bra. I'm sure you can all relate. When I got to, I think, second trimester, I took out all of my nursing bras because I needed something that had some support but was also comfortable enough. So no, I'm not nursing yet, but these bras have become the most like comfortable thing for me to especially lounge in and sleep in. I wear different types of bras like throughout the workday just because I need something with a little more support, a little more coverage, we'll say. But this is the bra by Auden. I get mine at Target. I'm sure there's other similar ones like this, but I remember buying these back in my first pregnancy. I bought some and tried them on, and they just worked for me. And this is a nursing unlined seamless bra, and that's why it's so comfortable. And I will wear these when I am nursing, just very versatile. With mine, I did size up, and I was trying to find these online to see if I can hopefully link them. It looks like they may have like redesigned them. I saw some comments saying the seam is a little different, and a lot of people were saying like you need to size up or it's super uncomfortable. So if you are looking for a bra that's a little more comfortable to wear in your pregnancy for lounging and sleeping in, try these out. Try it for yourself. Also, what's nice is if I did want to wear this throughout the day, I could just stick like just a pad in here to give a little more coverage and support, which I think I ended up doing toward the end of my pregnancy last time because I could not stand any type of tight band digging into me. Again, just a bra that's worked really well if you're in the market for one. I got these at Target. You can get them in a pack of 2, and they've been great. Another product, so if you're debating getting a pregnancy pillow, I would suggest do your research, and I would invest in one if you are having a hard time sleeping. I've heard people just piling pillows around them, like put one on your back. You would kind of make your own at-home pregnancy pillow, right? You just put a pillow on your back. You can have one for in between your legs, one for your head, and then one that you can kind of like hug. But my sister ended up giving me, and she gave me a lot more stuff, I will say, but she gave me her pregnancy pillow, and this is what it looks like. What I like about it is that it is like, it's probably thinned out from being used, but it's like the perfect thickness. I feel like it's not super bulky and it's just right. I'm able to sleep on it very comfortably. So I'm gonna link this one if I can. Again, I probably would have invested in one if my sister didn't give me hers. If you're struggling to sleep comfortably, I would highly suggest doing some research and finding a pregnancy pillow, because getting rest, especially toward the middle and end of your pregnancy, is so, so important. Getting enough sleep, I've really prioritized, and I am very grateful that I have, because a true contributor to how I've been feeling so well is actually getting enough sleep at night. I'm actually currently dealing, though, I think with some insomnia, maybe, or my sleep cycle is just a little weird. I remember in my first pregnancy, I would wake up at 3 o'clock, right around 3 o'clock every morning. It's happening again, but now I'm usually waking up, because I go to bed before 9, so between 8:30 and 9, I'm falling asleep, and then I've been waking up at 11 and 4. I'm getting more like 7 hours of sleep opposed to 8. I'm feeling pretty good. Again, getting sleep, especially now before baby's here, is crucial. So a pillow like this has really helped me. One more product that's not like groundbreaking or anything, but just having a journal. So I think I've talked about this, but in the past I've journaled, and then I remember I had a separate journal just for my pregnancy journey, and that fell off. I only wrote in it maybe 3 times. And I would find myself going to journal every day, and I'd be like, oh, should I put that in my everyday journal, or should I put that in my pregnancy journal? And I just had to decide for myself that what my journal is for, and my journal is just to write about how I'm feeling, what's going on in my life, and expressing that through my writing. So I consolidated it all to just one, and I kind of just scrapped the having a separate pregnancy journal, and I've been documenting like my pregnancy stages in other ways. I've been making these videos, I take pictures. I do have a sweet little couple memory books, so for my firstborn, and then now for this baby I have another little memory book. So I've been adding some notes, like key milestones or anything like that I've felt, and then but just having a journal, a space to get all your thoughts. If you have worries or cares or prayers that you just want to get out, I would highly recommend starting a little journaling routine. It's one thing, yes, you can talk to people that are close to you, someone you trust, talk to your doctor. I've had a hard time. I'm not someone who I don't really pour my heart out to anyone. It's easy for me to express myself through my writing, so that's what I do. And I think part of talking to people sometimes is not wanting, sometimes you don't want advice, right? Sometimes you do, and you should ask for that. But there are times where I just want to vent or let something out, and writing really helps me process that. It could be totally different for you, though. Again, maybe you have someone who you can really confide in. I do have those people in my life, but there are certain things when it's like the middle of the night, or late at night, early morning, where I just have some things on my mind. I can write it down and I can always refer back to it. But just having a journal, I think, is really super important. That can help, especially mentally, if you are going through a pregnancy right now. And a couple other things that have been so helpful, if you can prioritize it. I know time can be hard to find the time, but exercising, maybe you don't want to hear that, but exercising, moving your body. That doesn't mean doing some like bodybuilder workout every day. It could look like walking around your neighborhood, especially if you aren't walking at all. Start with like a 10-minute walk, and just make it a habit. I make sure to walk outside with my family every day for at least 20 minutes, and then I do a 30-minute workout. On the days that I'm not going to do a formal workout, though, we try to be outside for at least a 30-minute walk, and then play for another half hour when we can. It is finally warming up in Minnesota, so we're able to be outside a little bit more. But again, moving your body, getting fresh air, it's so good for you. And then one other thing before we go, you've probably heard it time and time and again, but get off of social media, take breaks. It will do so much good for your mental health. If it's just a habit that's gotten out of control for you, just try switching out your habits. So every time I've been tempted to just like scroll on Instagram, instead I go put my phone on the charger, I grab my journal. I go put my phone on the charger, I grab my book. I go put my phone on the charger and I'll organize a cabinet or anything else. But if you are constantly consuming stuff on social media and looking at all the feeds of different people and their spotlights and highlights of life, it could really get to you. And I know I found myself doing that in my first pregnancy. I'm like, oh great, I'll watch all these content creators who have kids who are pregnant. I'm going to learn so much from them. I'm going to be so much better prepared. And then I just found myself constantly, constantly comparing myself to their journey. And it just wasn't good for me. It wasn't healthy for me. And I finally realized, like, I should have some self-control around this. And if it's affecting me that much to watch someone else's like journey, I should probably just stay away from it. So that was really helpful for me, just to take breaks from social media. All right, that is all I wanted to share with you guys today. I plan to make a few more videos about my pregnancy. And again, I'm just kind of going with the flow to see how much I want to share. I have found it to be fun just to document, to have these videos to look back on. So you'll for sure see a little bit more from me. I hope you enjoyed this one. I plan to keep vlogging. I plan to keep sharing beauty-related content, skincare, fashion, clothing. All the things I'm passionate about, I want to continue to share. As long as it's fun, and it has been super fun, and I'm just gonna keep going with it and keep creating here on KatieVision. Thanks so much for watching. Take care, guys. I'll see you in my next one.